Hello guys, welcome to a new Get Rekt gaming news video, and today I have so much stuff to talk about. A lot has happened in the past 24 hours on news that I want to guys update you with. There is news on Kojima's new game, it's called Overdose. We have to talk about that. There is stuff on a Nintendo Direct, which is actually old news, but I totally forgot to cover it, so I'm doing it now. We have news on Call of Duty, the trailer partially leaked. I don't care about Call of Duty, but hey, I thought it's making for good content. And I have some news on the Capcom showcase. So there's a lot of stuff to cover in this video. I could basically make 2 videos out of it, but I'm going to do it in one because I'm lazy. So sit back, relax, enjoy, take a beverage, all that stuff, and let's get on with the news. So the first thing we are going to talk about today is Hideo Kojima's new game. I was speculating myself that it would be a Silent Hill through licensing of some sort. He is working on a horror game, that's what we already knew, but now we know that it's, I think, not Silent Hill. It's called Overdose. And Tom Henderson came with the scoop and he made an article, so we're going to read it. And partially this information comes from a new leaker, which is very interesting. I've never heard of him, but he leaked the whole state of play. I will show you guys that before it got basically like live streamed, so his credibility is high. Let's start first with the new Kojima game. It's called Overdose. Hideo Kojima's new horror game is dubbed Overdose. Now, it could basically be a code name and not the final name, but apparently a logo leaked as well with Overdose in the title, but I'm not going to show you guys that. I could get into legal trouble if I show you guys that logo, but you can look it up on the internet. You guys know how the internet works. The creative mind behind the likes of Metal Gear Solid and Death Stranding is working on a new title, currently named Overdose. Early footage that has been sent to me under the request of anonymity seems to show Mama from Death Stranding wearing a blue dress. The game, however, does not appear to be Death Stranding 2 and just features the actress who portrayed Mama, Margaret Colley. A lot of people could say this is like a Death Stranding spin-off. That could also be possible. Or it's just like a different game with the same actress. That could also be it. So we still really don't know if it's Death Stranding related or that it's just something on its own. But I do think it's a horror game. Footage shows the character walking through dark corridors with a flashlight in third person. Yeah, that sounds very horror-ish. But being suggested that the game can be played in first person too. A jump scare at the end of the game shows game over, followed by a Hideo Kojima game, Overdose. It has been rumored in the past that Kojima is working with Xbox on like some sort of streaming cloud-ish game. And people think this could be maybe it and that this is like an Xbox exclusive. Is not confirmed yet, by the way. This could still be a PlayStation game as well. But it could be. And if you guys remember, I made a video not too long ago also where Kojima was talking with Jeff Keighley through a video call. I removed that video because there was some info in it that I just totally got wrong, and it wasn't a fuck up on my part. But I showed a picture of Hideo Kojima's assistant basically saying that there was a video call with Jeff Keighley. Jeff Keighley is buddy with Hideo Kojima, so it's probably possible that we're going to see this game getting announced this Summer Game Fest show, which is tomorrow. There has been an update through this article Kojima Productions have asked for the publication of this report to be removed. That is very interesting. That basically just confirms that this is real. So the next game from Kojima is Overdose. We don't know if this game is... that's the name of the game. It could still be like a code name. It's not a Silent Hill, I think. Then someone else is working on the Silent Hill. We know that the screenshots of Silent Hill are real. So someone has to be working on a Silent Hill game. Maybe it's just Konami themselves. Or maybe it's still Bluebird Team that's working on that Silent Hill 2 remake. I've heard rumors about that. Or it's someone else. But the Silent Hill game is still a mystery. We only know that it's real, basically. Now, this info... is not only from Tom Henderson. There is a leaker, a new leaker called The Snitch on Twitter. And he tweeted Overdose himself. What makes this interesting is, I will show you guys probably like a picture on screen. He predicted, as I said earlier in the video, the whole State of Play lineup before the State of Play was live. So you can see here in the picture Final Fantasy 16 Summer, with even all the release windows. Summer, Season, A Letter Future, Tunic, Street Fighter 6, Roller Dome, Eternights, the Callisto Protocol, Stray, Spider-Man coming to PC, No Man's Sky, VR, Horizon Call of the Mountain, and Resident Evil 4 Remake. All with the dates that were like in the State of Play. So this is very legit. I'm going to follow this man. If he tweets anything further, I will update you guys. And I actually do have an update, because he tweeted something new, part 1, with a date, 02/09/2022. So I think that's supposed to be the 2nd of September. What could that be? And he posts a controller and a computer, or laptop emoji kind of, next to each other, indicating that it's going to release on console and PC probably. I've seen different speculation online on what this could be. This could be The Last of Us remake. That's one possibility, because part 1, we know The Last of Us remake has been in development. We know that from Jason Schreier, very reliable. And other people as well. Tom Henderson, I think he even said something about that. It could be The Last of Us remake, but it could also be this Overdose game, that it's going to be episodic. And that's maybe why the release date is actually so close. It's only in like 3 to 4 months. So it could be that this Overdose game from Kojima is something episodic. And it could also indicate towards the Xbox rumor being a streaming cloud type of game. We shall see how that's going to pan out. We know from Norman Reedus that they are also in pre-production for Death Stranding 2, so that's also coming. I don't think Norman Reedus is going to talk himself to say something weird, that it's not Death Stranding 2. And I don't think Norman Reedus is also going to get a role in another game like Overdose. I do think he is talking about Death Stranding 2, but that will be later. So the next story that I want to talk about is Capcom. I did a previous video yesterday about Capcom's event announced. I speculated basically on what we could see. Pragmata, a Resident Evil, maybe even Dragon's Dogma. And Dan Allen, I don't know who this man is, but apparently he is also like a gaming industry figure. I will show his Twitter really quickly. He is a YouTuber, so that's interesting. He basically made a tweet. I don't know how reliable this person is, so take it all with a grain of salt. This could be like fake or something, but it's a pretty predictable list, shall I say. He says Resident Evil Village DLC, Resident Evil Reverses, Resident Evil 4 Remake. We're going to see apparently a 4 Remake again. That would be very cool. Street Fighter 6, I know some things leaked from Street Fighter 6. There is some gameplay footage of the menu or something and characters. I'm not really that big on Street Fighter, so I just saw it coming very fast in my feed on Reddit. Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak, which is probably a Monster Hunter DLC. Exo Primal, that's an announced co-op kind of multiplayer game that Capcom announced some time ago. I'm not interested in that. It is with dinosaurs, but maybe the gameplay is cool. I don't think we have seen gameplay of it yet. Pragmata, which I'm actually interested in. If Pragmata is here, I will be hyped. And Dragon's Dogma as well, as I thought. I speculated on it in my last video. It's the anniversary for Dragon's Dogma. The creator of Dragon's Dogma has retweeted the event for Capcom. It looks like Dragon's Dogma, the sequel for it, will be here as like the big thing, like announcement thing for this Capcom showcase. So that's really interesting. I will definitely be watching the Capcom showcase myself. I never really liked the first Dragon's Dogma. I played a bit and I was like, this is not for me. More, not on the gameplay side, but more on the aesthetic of the world. It just looked very bland to me and boring. So, but this is going to probably to be a next-gen game. And with next-gen, they might be able to put more vegetation and bigger world scale and more houses or something. A bit more density in the open world. If it, of course, is an open world game. They could basically make it more denser and more atmospheric. So that's why I'm back, shall I say, hyped again for a Dragon's Dogma. And of course, it's a fantasy game and I like fantasy, the fantasy genre. So that's why I'm back hyped for Dragon's Dogma. So that's the update towards Capcom's showcase. The next thing that I want to talk about is a Nintendo Direct. We don't know what Nintendo's plans are. Usually I don't really do Nintendo news most of the time because people tend to be in front of me with that, and then I don't see any reason to do Nintendo. I have a friend of mine, Ruffle Rowlet, is a Pokemon YouTuber, very cool guy, subscribe to him. He does Pokemon content, and sometimes when a Nintendo Direct is rumored, he will say it. And he's a very, very good friend of mine, so I found it a bit stupid to cover Nintendo while he also does that, and a lot of other YouTubers too. But, you know, I thought like, fuck it, I want to make the content that I want to make, so I will also cover some Nintendo stuff. But this news is basically pretty old. We already knew that a Nintendo Direct could be dropping on the 15th of June through Samus Hunter, I believe. That's a leaker. We have some new news on this. This is from the Gaming Leaks and Rumors subreddit. There is a misleading flag. The reason why it's there, because the moderators want to have proof on documents, but they didn't thought it was accurate enough. But I disagree with that, and we also got Samus Hunter saying that it would be June 15th as well. So I do believe that the Nintendo Direct could be hitting the 15th. Hello, I received an email from a developer recently, and I'm a content creator, asking me if I was interested in code for a game that launches next week on Switch. Which I personally wasn't, but the game will be exciting for some action fans. Usually when this happens, the publisher will ask for me to sign an NDA before sharing any info at all, including even what the game is. Oddly enough, they did not do that this time, or asked me not to share this information at all, so it's all fair game. That said, out of respect for their surprise, I will not say what the game or the developer is. With that out of the way, the game is scheduled to drop on Switch next Wednesday, with the embargo for coverage also being on Wednesday, June 15th. It's going to be one of the shadow drops during the Nintendo Direct. Since the embargo is set for specifically 9 AM PT, I presume that the Nintendo Direct will happen at 9 AM PT on Wednesday, June 15th. 9 AM PT, that's a pretty regular, I think, pretty regular time frame for Nintendo Directs, which is 3 p.m. for me, CEST, and most of the time it drops 3 p.m. At my time zone. So that's pretty normal. I don't see anything fake with that. As a side note, this lines up with some developers that I did sign NDAs for. Okay, he got more NDAs signed, and he posted a picture. I will put the picture on the screen if I can, if I'm able to. And it's basically states interest for a review code that he can get. Most of the time, reviewers tend to get review codes for reviews for games. So that's not very weird. I guess this is from an indie game because they don't really... AAA games don't tend to make these mistakes not to ask for an NDA. So I think this is like an indie game publisher, studio that's did a little bit of an oopsie, not signing an NDA. So that's a pretty interesting rumor. June 15th, I think that's pretty possible. Let's see what day it actually is. June 15th is on a Wednesday, and a Wednesday for Nintendo Directs is actually not that weird. We still need to see a lot from Nintendo. Bayonetta 3, where is it? It's supposed to release this year. Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild 2, we know it's delayed to next year, but we are definitely going to see gameplay now around this time. And it's going to probably start its marketing campaign soon. And I'm pretty sure there's going to be a new Switch, and that they are going to do the whole, Breath of the Wild 2 is like a launch title. I speculated that myself very long ago. I think it was on Ace Eyes in a podcast that I did. I think Nintendo is going to do the same stuff that they did with the first one. And I can see like a March release date for Breath of the Wild 2. So we still need to see that. We need to see some more of Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Even though it has a pretty close release date, like a final trailer, probably in the Direct. We haven't seen anything on Metroid Prime whatsoever for years, so that's still we need to see something about. Mario Rabbids Sparks of Hope, I believe the second Mario Rabbids game, still slated, I think, for this year. We still need to have a date for that as well. So there's a lot of Nintendo stuff that we still need to see. So a Nintendo Direct for June is pretty pretty realistic. Do we see Pokemon there? No, I don't think so, because Pokemon is the special child. It gets the special care with all their own Nintendo Directs. If you are interested in Pokemon news, again, go to Ruffle Rowlet. A little shout out to my friend. He basically always posts news on Pokemon, so if you're interested in that. So, the last thing that I want to talk about, this video is getting long, holy damn, 20 minutes. I just want to go over this really quickly because I don't care, but basically a new Call of Duty trailer has been leaked online, parts of it. Not fully, just like a few seconds. Of the Modern Warfare 2 trailer. So if you guys are interested in Call of Duty, you can search it up. But the trailer will drop today. That was announced, I think. So you will see this trailer anyway today on your own. Probably even before this video is out. So there is no reason for me to even include this in the video, but I don't care about Call of Duty anyways. So that's all the news I got for you guys in this video. Are you guys hyped for a Nintendo Direct? That would be very cool. What do you guys hope to see? Let me know in the comment section. Are you hyped for the showcase for Capcom? Are you hyped for Pragmata, Resident Evil, maybe the new Dragon's Dogma? And what do you guys think of the new Kojima game, Overdose? Give me all you guys your speculation. I will reply in the comments if there is a comment. Let me know in the comment section. Like this video, subscribe, that would be very cool. Visit my social media. Thank you guys for watching as always, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.